25% of families don't have this. And if you don't, boy, I hope we can help you out with that too. Parenting advice is not one size fits all. Suzanne learned that the hard way, but I think her story is going to make you smile. Why you practice selective procrastination in life and how to overcome it. And do this before you go inside your house tonight. It's your Daily Joy Scroll. That's coming up on The Good News Show with Andy, where I'm all about putting a smile on your face and hope in your heart.
The Good News Show with Andy.
The number of the day is
25% of families don't have this. It is emergency savings. If you're in that camp, I don't want you to feel guilty about that or shame about that. Just like anything, when we have nothing, then the small things add up. Just starting somewhere, doing something little. So let me know if there's any small changes you've made to save more money. One thing that I've heard over and over again from people that do a budget and end up saving more money, they will all say, I was shocked at how much it costs to go out to eat on a regular basis. So now I make most of my meals at home with the family. And the reasons for me eating out a lot of times, it wasn't even saving money. It was more, hey, I think it's just going to be faster. We're just zooming around so much. But what I found is that you can make meals quicker than driving somewhere. Oh, and by the way, it is way cheaper. The older I get, the more I realize that it's not the big things, it's the little things that add up to big things, including little ways to save money. What do you do?
My husband gets paid every 2 weeks. So when he gets paid, I go to the bank, I take out $400 in cash. I put $200 in an envelope, put that aside, and the other $200, that's what I have for the next week. So I spend $200 a week on groceries. So when that $200 is gone, that's it. You know, it's gone.
So what do you do if you run out of money and you're like me and you have to make an emergency milk run?
Well, that's never happened. By midweek, I'm rationing stuff or, just sort of getting a little more creative about what I'm going to make for dinner. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for 25 years, so I kind of got it,
Quick money-saving tip. I don't follow this myself. I used to, and I need to get back to it because it really did help. But if you really want to be conscious about what you spend, it's all about bringing cash along. My dad put it this way, cash is king, and this is why. This is scientifically proven that when you buy things with cash, it lights up your brain's pain center, while buying things with a credit card doesn't, because you're just swiping that piece of plastic, so your brain doesn't register like, this is a lot of money.
I hope this story makes you smile today.
Don't let her sleep in your bed. That's what Suzanne heard over and over after her daughter was born. So she didn't, unless her daughter was sick. Suzanne says, now my baby's almost 6, and every night after we read and sing songs and turn off the light, I lie down with her before she falls asleep. We whisper to each other, and I watch her eyelids start to flutter. I smell her hair and kiss her forehead. And I wish I had done this every night. Prayer is easier than you think. It's simply talking to God. And here's the other thing that you might not realize. It's not just a monologue, it's a dialogue. So how can you hear from God? Sometimes it's through your circumstances or other people. And often for me, it's in times of quiet. When I get really quiet and pop open the Bible app as I'm sitting on the porch in the morning and just enjoying this beautiful weather and just letting God's words in his Bible and his word speak to me. You know, it never hurts to ask him to speak to. You can always do that. So you can pray that right now. Maybe this is the first prayer you pray. Hey, God, I want to hear you. This will make you reconsider life choices. Landscaping at your house? I'm literally shoveling a pile of rocks in my front yard this weekend. Last weekend, it was shoveled out of where it was before. This weekend, it's getting moved to a new location. So after hour 3 of doing this sweaty, dirty, back-breaking work, I started to think, this is what life is, pretty much. Moving the pile of stuff from one place to another and then back again. One of the wisest and richest men in the Bible said this: everything is meaningless, completely meaningless. But it wasn't from a place of depression and sadness. It was from a place of, I've done it all, and nothing truly satisfies. So this super wise rich guy also says in that same book in the Bible, he has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. So whatever pile you're moving today, whether it's literal rocks like me or metaphorical ones, don't be discouraged by the seemingly pointless purpose to life, because life does have meaning. And that meaning can only come from making God the center of it. If you suffer from selective procrastination, here's how to overcome it and level up your life. You might notice that there's certain areas of your life that you procrastinate with more than others. Why is that? Well, it's because those are areas that you've performed poorly in the past, so your brain just tries to avoid them. So instead of ignoring those parts of your life, you take that area, you identify it, you set a goal, and then you make a plan. Don't know if you've ever been in a big ship, like a cruise ship. And my first thought when I was on one was like, this is a big ship. How is this thing floating? It's crazy because, an entire sea of water can't sink a ship, even something that big, unless it gets inside the ship. Same thing with us and negativity. The negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside you. This made me feel old. We are now closer to 2050 than the year 2000.
That happened for me this weekend. I'm still scarred from it. I have 6 kids. My oldest is graduating. If that's not enough to make me feel old, my baby is 6 months. I woke up to feed her, and when I went into the bathroom later, I realized that I had this brand new big patch of gray hair. And I had to literally go back into my bedroom to see if there was a big red stain where all the hair color from my head had fallen onto my pillow. Let's just say I'm still very scarred from this weekend's events, but it has dawned on me that I may be a little older than I realized.
I don't know. I like to think of it like everyone else around us is getting younger. I don't know why that's better, but it helps me. Do this before you go inside your house tonight. It's your daily joy scroll.
Sit in the car for an extra 2 or 3 seconds and take 2 or 3 big deep breaths. Before you open the door, pull your shoulders all the way down. Put a smile on your face, because the people inside that house had nothing to do with why your day was chaotic, with your boss in your last meeting, or the traffic on the way home. And when you put a smile on your face and you drop your shoulders, you bring warmth into that house, not chaos. One of the greatest gifts you can bring into your home is warmth. Tell the first person you see, I'm so happy to see you. You may freak them out, but you may make them smile too.
Yeah, if I told my oldest that, he might think I'm from outer space. But my youngest, she would think it's the sweetest thing ever. Either way, they both need to hear it. I always roll my eyes at this. Maybe you do too. When you see the signs at the airport, if you see something, say something. But what if you and I did that in everyday life? When we saw somebody doing something nice or we thought of a compliment, we just said it.
I recently have had God working, being in the industry of retail and sorts, and I get the blessing of serving people at work and truly showing the light of God and just listening and being impactful. Well, I got something really unique. One of the clients sent me a thank you note, the simplicity of a note. And I just wanted to say, I can't mention names, but that just touched me. And I want to just say that, if somebody does something great or even like just simple niceness, let them know. Don't hold back. That totally made my week and probably my month and more than that, just because somebody understood that my heart was just simply there for them.
There are 3 simple rules in life. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. And if you don't step forward, you'll be stuck where you are. Celebrating the little things today, because in the end, those are the big things.
Praise God. I got an opportunity to go to my 7-year-old granddaughter's dance recital this last weekend. There's been a little bit of a rift in our family, and she came up afterward and just gave me this big squeeze and said, I love you, Nana. Thank you so much for coming. I praise God for that simple joy.
And that shows the power of family, too, and what really matters. Talking about the simple things that you enjoy in life now. Go ahead, Mike.
I really appreciate working indoors. I used to work outside. for the utilities, and now I got me a desk job.
I think there's a lot of people listening now that are sitting at their desk job and are hopefully a little more appreciative of it too, just like you, man. I appreciate that.
Exactly, you bet.